career, future plans?
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So, how is everything there?
Yeah, it's fine. Just a lot of assignment. I still have 3 assignments to submit in January. So yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Rasha, for
Yes.
today's interview. And if you have not watched the videos last time about 27 scholars shared advice, so Rasha was one of the scholars and she advised us to have
Yeah, I
clear
saw it.
vision. I still remember it. So, how is life there, Rasha?
First term is always quite busy and new system for me and everything. Like I took a while to settle generally, but I'm enjoying it actually. It's a quite cold, but it's fine. I mean, we don't have a daytime basically. You just
You don't have daytime, yeah, it's like always like dark.
yes, it's a great. Like we don't have sun yet, so but I'm enjoying it. It's just
Yeah.
really enriching experience so far.
Alright. So it's like totally different from the weather in your country. How is the weather in your country like?
I think well these days it's quite cold, but I mean it's just the winter is just not this cold. Like it's warmer than here, and the
Alright.
winter is really short.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So it's like how many scholars like from Chevening there? Have you met them and
In Birmingham,
together?
none. I'm the only Palestinian,
Oh,
but
yeah.
in other like there are others in London, in Scotland, and other parts.
Okay. Yeah. So Christmas coming. Is
Yes.
excited to
Merry Christmas.
go somewhere. Are you going somewhere?
No, I'll just stay with my friends, having some dinner together, and that's a very classical one.
Yeah. Okay. So you said like this is a assignment time. So
Yes.
it's kind of like gonna be busy, but then January gonna be a little bit like more free. I think. What do you think?
I mean, it's all about time management, to be honest.
Okay.
Seriously, because there's a lot of assignments, but you cannot keep all the time doing assignments. You should have some time to socialize, have some
Yeah.
time to friends, some time to go out, because your mind is not. At some point, it will stop from operating if you keep pushing it. So.
Yeah, it's like your machine crash and you cannot do anything else. I
Yeah.
think I have like sore throat because the last week I think I shouted a lot and yeah, like your advice, I should be like stopping at the point that I felt like oh cannot shout anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now again I shout. So I just like wondering, can you just share one story that you like wow when you just came to the UK until now? Something
One
that
story about coming to the UK.
Yeah, it's like since the day that you came here until now, is there some kind of memory that make you feel like, oh, that's wonderful, or that's something like people need to hear it if they kind of like want to hear about your UK's memories, yeah?
A memory.
Nothing.
No, I'm just
Everything
thinking.
special, yeah?
Generally, like, yeah, actually, there was one memory, like, my department where I study in the International Development Department. It's just
Okay.
very diverse department that you can find students from basically all over the world. There are like 150 students in the IDD.
150. Oh.
Yes, in the IDD, International Development Department at University of Birmingham. And to be honest, one of the really nice like memories I'll always keep that I gave like presentation in one of the classes about my work and my experience in the humanitarian work back home in Palestine.
Yeah.
So I was like very impressed with the feedback of the students, and some people just knew about this for the first time and they didn't know all of these details. So I mean, I was like, that was really a moment that I will keep, like with this kind of encouragement of my professor and like the feedback of the students from different countries. It was really encouraging. It just like kind of give me push forward to keep doing what I'm doing, and to know that I have, this is like the very right decision to make in my life, that to come to the UK and to study here, and just to go out of the books of just staying in one area or one country. It's very enriching to talk to other people and to know about them, and they can know about other contexts of the world, like my country.
Yeah. So I just love the idea you just share, like we appreciate the diversity, and you said like when you get feedback from others and you know you are on the right track and you're doing the right thing.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's always great to have feedback for somebody and to know that we are doing something that actually like writing. Even
Yes.
you think it right, but other people also can see that, and it have good influence on other people, and you share, I think, like a lot of values, so people love it. Yeah?
Exactly. I cannot agree more, because when you are staying in one place, like in your country all your life, like you get used to these concepts, you get used to these values. Sometimes some people just forget to tell you how like appreciative is this, but when you go out and you share it with other people, you can know that is like you're doing the good thing, and just to keep doing, and you give you more passion to do it actually.
Yeah, it's like about improvement and
Yes.
encouragement, momentum to keep doing things. Yeah. Wow,
Yes.
wonderful. So I guess like you have really big network. So how many countries people from? Like I heard like 49 countries. I don't remember. The last time I interviewed with one of our scholars.
Actually, like I'll give you an example of the Chevening here. Like the Cheveners in University of Bermingham, they are like 72 or a bit more. I'm not sure, but from more than 40 countries.
Wow.
Yeah, this is like only Chevening, but even my department is also like you can find people from all over the world. Basically, you can find from like Latin America, you can find from Africa, you can find from Europe, from the UK, from Middle East. So basically, you can like meet with people from so many different countries, South Asia, and just so many countries actually.
Oh yeah. So that like the diversity, and we can learn a lot. Last time we also shared with our friend that the people from more countries, the more diverse, and the more things like we can learn not only about culture, languages, knowledge, the perspectives of people. They just like have so many ways to see things, and it's like wonderful. And I think
Yeah.
it can help us to develop as a person.
This kind of profound details. There's some details, like in-depth details. You will never like know it from media or articles.
Totally.
You have to talk to people to
Yeah.
know it. This is very like, I think this is very, very enriching.
Yeah, it's like real evidence, right? And not
Yes, like first-hand accounts.
Yeah, so I would say it can be like one of your advice about the reason to come to the UK, yeah, and the reason to choose Chevening.
Of course.
That is like you cannot imagine. Even you know you read a lot on newspaper and everywhere, but you could not even like know
No.
how.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's gonna be blow your mind. I think like yeah.
Especially like, to be honest, media does not give you the real image sometimes, believe me, because I'm from the Middle East, I'm from the Arab world, and I found out that so many people have like kind of like incorrect image about some issues related to Middle East, because they only know it from what they see it in the TV or in the media. So I feel like responsible to sometimes to discuss with them about like what is actually like sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wow, yeah. So, again, I'm going to emphasize here one of the big ideas. If you need to have the reason to say, like, why Chevening and why the UK. Let's say the UK already very diverse, but Chevening even, like, more diverse in terms of, like, one organization that they already have that diversity. So, if you go to the other part of the country, you have another diversity. So, that is going to be the thing that you can emphasize if you really want to make your reason to choose Chevening. Yeah.
Cannot agree more.
Yeah. What about like another reason why should we go for Chevening? So can you have advice for our friends?
Actually, Chevening, the good about Chevening that it offers like for master's program, which is only 12 months. So I mean, in many other countries, especially in the Europe or other in the US, it's more than 1 year. It's just 2 years or more sometimes. It is kind of intense. It's very like kind of busy time of the year, but you can learn a lot, and like you can have only 1 year of studying and gain the master's degree with big knowledge and skills at the end.
Okay, yeah. So the education system in
Yes.
the UK and also even the Chevening support system, I think like it's great. Right?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So what did you put in the application when you applied about the reason you chose Chevening in the UK? Any other like reason?
Well, basically, it is a well-known scholarship all over the world. This is the first, like a prestigious one, and like the networking is really amazing. Like in this short period since I came here, since September, I made a lot of friends from different countries, from all over the world, and it's very, this kind of networking is very powerful. Believe me, like you share things, sometimes you ask about things, and you can find people like really responding to this and giving you ideas. And like personally, like here in Bermingham, the scholars of Chevening in Birmingham, they are amazing. This kind of gatherings sometimes and this kind of discussions, it's really great. And not only in Birmingham, you can like after the orientation event in London, actually I'm staying in contact with so many Cheveners also from other universities in UK.
Okay. So hopefully including me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
it.
here now
It's
with
of
you,
course,
thank
it's
you
my
again.
pleasure. Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Still remembering and spending time and share. So, let's share. Why did you like give up everything behind? No, not really give up, but that you leave everything behind and then chose to go for Chevening. What was the reason? And could you share about what did you do before? And it was like Chevening is one of the things for you to step up to the next level, or what was the reason? Yeah.
Yes, sure. Of course, like education is like very powerful tool to educate yourself, to know more, and to gain the knowledge and skills you want in your like future plans and your career plans. Myself, I worked as a humanitarian worker in an organization, an NGO back home for so many years, and now I'm doing masters in development management and aid management as a pathway, which is like directly connecting to the field of my work. So I can share a lot, I can learn a lot, and all of this knowledge I'll go back home and I can pass it on through my work, because I have a big networking back home from like community-based organization, from other NGOs, from other kind of civil society actors I used to work with. So with this knowledge I'll gain, I'll have the ability to go back home and really share a lot about it. So of course, getting a scholarship in the first place for the purpose of education, which is like to have like high quality of education, and the UK of course is just very well known of this kind of high quality education and master's program, very diverse and very kind of even majors you cannot find in other places in the world, like the major I'm doing, international development, is very now very important, and you can find many programs here can be offered only in the UK sometimes.
Okay, so that is the power of education. I just like think the thing that you just shared is important, because I believe like education always give us something, and we can make the best out of that, and we can make the best out of the education system in one of the best education systems in the world, like the UK. It's even better. And I thank you, because you just said like you going back and you want to pass on the knowledge and the education and everything. So how could you do it? Like you continue work with a similar job, or are you going to open like an education school, or what?
No, like in my situation,
Yeah.
I'm already, I have my work. I have like a 1 year like leave for my work, and I'll go back working in this non-governmental organization. And I work like the program coordinator, and through our projects, like development and humanitarian projects, we implement a lot of kind of capacity building workshops, capacity building trainings for the youth, and for kind of even for the staff. So one of our programs is like to strengthen the organization and CBOs, community-based organization, and other kind of societies in Gaza, in Palestine. So I can have even like kind of to developing what kind of materials we can teach, and to participate in training programs or training workshops. And I can even sometimes have this kind of perspective to work on kind of consultancy kind of organization that give kind of consultants for other organization working on the humanitarian aid field.
Wow. So you had like clear plans. So like the department you worked for, they wanted you to go to study, or you just like had that idea by yourself? Or can you share a bit about that?
About my work and coming
Yeah,
here.
it's like they said like came to you one day and said like, hey, Rasha, we had this scholarship like that. Do you want to apply? And go
No,
to
actually, it's like individual. No, it's like individual thing. And when I got the scholarship, I just talked to my management, and I told them I'm really keen to go out for this scholarship, and it will be really a great experience for me to gain more knowledge and more skills that I can apply back. But when I get back to my work, so actually they were so much supportive, and they so much encouraging to me, and they told me, yeah, you should go and make the best use of this experience, and we are looking forward to come back and keep working with us.
Yeah, but then I just feel like that wonderful when you said like you share your plan, and when you have like clear future plan and you know what you do, and you going to contribute to the organization, and people wanna love to support you, then it's kind of like you had a wonderful job and you're going to work again, and you just like decided to study. That's kind of like, what was the motivation? Because I believe like when you are working in the job that is really nice, and you may not like pause and raise standard. So what was the motivation?
I'll tell you what is the motivation. My passion.
Yeah.
Actually, because my country is a quite like having this unstable political and humanitarian situation because of this kind of conflict, and it's under the blockade for years now. It's just like now it's like 10 years under the siege, and it was really, I have that passion because I want to do something. There is so many weakness in the humanitarian aid management generally back home, so I want to know more. Like, I want to do something. Actually, this is my passion. I've been working in the humanitarian field back home for almost 6 years. So I just know a lot of things, but sometimes I feel that I need to know more. Like, there's things I cannot deal with. I want to know more. So I mean, my passion about my country and my passion about this cause of Palestine and my passion for my work, this is like the highest, giving me the highest motivation that I want to know more. I want to have more knowledge, more experience, more skills that I can go back home and apply it back home.
Yeah, okay. So I think like we learned a lot from that you share. Like you always raise your standard and you keep learning, and you had the desire of always like, learn more, and like learn from the one of the best education system in the world. And also I think the beautiful part about your passion of making contribution to your country, and because you see like the developing countries, like also like my country, if we have somebody who have passion like you, want to make contribution and pass on the knowledge from the developed country back to our country. We're gonna develop more, right? So that's this. I think that is a powerful thing. That's what you share in your application, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like the reason for you to apply, and I think it's powerful reason. So you share last time like you have clear future plan, and you just share, and I believe that's really clear. So the question is that like how to have a clear future plan, because I just like some friends asking like, oh, I just like want to go to study and I don't really know what would be the future plan. Not really clear yet. So
Clear plans, you mean? Career plans. Actually, yeah, I mean, you can have a clear plans, like, because I already worked, so I know what I want to do, and I know what, like, you cannot do anything without plans, because you know, when you go for like somewhere, even for education now, what I'm doing, and you know what is your goal, what is your purpose, then you can learn better, because you know what areas that you want to know more about, that you want to build yourself more. But when you're going just, I want to go abroad and enjoy the experience, you will enjoy it. But at the end of the day, if you have a clear goal, so you can work on it more, so you can build up on this goal more. So I mean, because I worked before and because I know what I want in my future, so it's quite clear for me. It's just I'm going that way. I want this 1 year to build up more my knowledge, to have the best experience, for knowing more people, for networking, for having the experience to go to the UK and gain the knowledge, and just go back and continue my way to my plans with working in the humanitarian field, and give more and contribute more to my passion, I can say.
Wow, so I would say like here, that's something we can take away for our friends. You just share that you connect the dots in the past, so I just make it up. So but you refer on your own experience, so you have working on the field that you have passion on, and every plan later on build up on it. And so if some of our friends who cannot see like what would be the exact future plan, but just think about what you have done and what you love to do, and think about we want to learn more, and we want to learn to share with others and make contributions. So it's already like really good point, right? So
yes,
thank you for sharing that. So how did you convince people that you have good leadership skills? That is one of the thing in the application form.
Well, leadership. Of course, like, again, I will be connected to it's a trait that you acquire. It's not something you're born with. Like, it's something you build up to have it. So also I will go back to the context of my work. I was like working as a program coordinator. I supervised a big number of staff, like during the humanitarian situation, especially the war and crisis. So I mean, leadership is the key that you can handle all this stuff, management. Without this trait, you cannot do it in the best way. So leadership, like you need it in the work, in your life, in your studies, because leadership means that you have the motivation to do something, and you speak up, and you make yourself kind of clear. So you know, like you know what you want to do, and you do it, you're focused, and you do it in the best way you think you can do. So I mean, you can apply this in work, in your studies, in your life. So when you are focused, when you are oriented, you know what you want to do, you can be a leader. It's something you can train yourself to have it. It's something you build up on. It's just something you do, you practice it until you really can do it. So I mean, this is the thing, like, like, especially, like, this is my point. When you are focused, when you know what you want to do, you can be a good leader.
Okay. So I think that's wonderful, because there's a lot of way to look at leadership, and I believe like even we had a dictionary, but we feel it in the way that we have the way to express it. And as you share, leadership is not about, we don't need to be born like leaders, but we can, let's say, build up every day. And as you said, it's so important that we know what we want and we do it and we determine about it and we take action. Yep, really good
True.
point. Yeah.
True, exactly.
Thanks. And what about the networking skills? Yeah. Wow, you had a really good network you mentioned before. So how did you put in your application?
Networking
Yeah.
skills.
In the application in Chevening,
Yeah.
you shared before that you had really good network.
Yeah.
But can you just share a bit more details about that?
Networking skills, it's also something you build up that you through your work, through your professional work, voluntary work, on different levels. Like my case, I was working in a humanitarian organization, so I talked about the networking on like different like layers. For example, in the level of the people I worked with, like the beneficiaries, the communities in ground, in field, these people that you want to help, or you want that whatever you were doing, just doing it for them. So you should have the communication skills and networking with different people. I talked about the other layer of kind of networking with organizational level, with management, with through my coordination work, with other organization work in the same field, the people that I can share with them kind of the knowledge I have, and also exchange the information with them in the way that I can achieve the purpose of for example my project or my program. So I added about networking and during my work, through the my professional work and also through my voluntary work. I used to do like kind of voluntary work in the community, and I keep this contacts and communication with everyone. So it is something happening, and it's not only socializing, it's just also in different, like in socializing is considered as also kind of networking, and in professional wise and also in voluntary wise. So it's kind of different layers. You can talk about your own experience or like your own future perspectives, like you want to do networking because you want more kind of connections, that I can have more knowledge and I can have more discussions and more kind of ideas from other and sharing it. So you can both talk about your experience and your previous work, and like what kind of future perspective that you would like to have. Like as I've mentioned already, this kind of networking with the Cheveners, like future Cheveners that you will meet, and how this kind of enriching experience will be for you.
Okay. Thank you. Wow. So I took note a lot, and hope our friend also get something here. What I learned from what you share, like networking also about build up over time. It's not like you was born. Probably you have some kind of like interest in talking, speaking, like. But then we need to build up, and you can share about your previous your experience, network build up from your experience. So as you said, it's very important that we just mention different network circles. So not only like in your work, but also maybe like informal socializing, or it can be to our friends network, or it can be like friend and loving or relationship network, everything. And one good point I love from here is about the desire of having like bigger network or networking with more people in the future.
Yes.
So
yes.
Because in the Chevening they talk about the future leader, right? And
yes.
the future like influencer. So it means like we have the desire. We may not have like so much experience, but then we have desire to do it. So thank you for sharing that, and I hope our friend can just put it, and this all come from like why do you want to do it, and you have the passion and the purpose and the desire of doing it. So you just need to share. Yeah. And what about the universities? How did you choose that? That is a good one. Yeah, I like that question. How did you choose the universities? Yeah.
Universities.
Yeah.
Well, according to the program, because I know that I want to do something in humanitarian aid management.
Right.
So basically, and also because it's a well-known university, Birmingham, having a good ranking among the UK universities, and so I mean, like what the first thing, the first priority was like the program, the major of the program that I wanted to do. So development management like was offered by University of Birmingham. It's a well-known university here in the UK.
Yeah. So you let's talk about the steps that you did. Yeah. You knew the major that you wanted to study.
So I started to search and look for what universities offer this one, and after that I looked for what is the ranking and this kind of feedback about this university, and also I asked. Like networking played a role here because I asked my friends who studied in the UK about what about this university and would you recommend it. Like one of my friends, actually she's a former Chevener like 2 years ago, and she studied in the same university, and she's the one encouraged me to do my studies in the same university because of they are so much supporting, and because of the program they offer is very high quality one.
Wow, okay, thank you. So I summarize here. Like you said, you chose the major you wanted to study because it's your future plan. You want to study something that's beneficial for your future plan, and then you started searching the university, and you based on the ranking and also recommendation from previous Cheveners and for network. What was the website that you used to kind of like the website that you read about?
The website, there's actually, I just Googled, there's kind of search websites that you can search the major inside, like there's even the Chevening themselves, they like, there's kind of search bar in the Chevening website. That one, I started with this one actually. And I looked for the partner universities. They provided also in their Chevening website. There's some kind of partner universities they listed in the website. So I just also had a look there and what programs offered by these universities.
Okay, I just like sorry for asking. That's a very simple question, but I just found like sometimes it's nice to just have that really detailed step for people. So I was wondering like. What would be your advice when we learn from previous Cheveners? Because if some of our friends now like listen to our conversation and if they learn from us, so what would be your advice when we refer to previous Cheveners, and what would be the way to make the best out of the sharing from the others? Do you have any advice on that?
From previous Cheveners, I mean.
Yeah, for example, if our like next year Chevener, they listen to our stories or our conversation.
So
what would be the advice to make the best?
Advice. I'll begin from the application. Yeah. Be honest. Because sometimes it's just words, and you add words in this kind of application. But it can sometimes, when you have the passion, when you have a clear like future plans, when you have something really honest, it can appear in the words. They can feel it, they can know it. Like, do not kind of just add words or just kind of make up things. Just put what you believe and put what is your passion, what is your plans. Just be honest with the application and just speak your mind out. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to put your genuine ideas. Just add it and believe in yourself. So first of all, in the application, be kind of think about it and just do not rush and add anything. Just think wisely and put everything honestly and work on your application and just give it some time to work on.
Yeah, okay.
This is in the first place.
So when would be the time to work on the application? Yeah, let's say which month did you start, and do you think when?
I started like honestly started in September. Like the deadline was I remember 2nd of November, I guess, or something like that. So I started from September. I worked on like kind of what recommendation letters needed, and I collected it. I worked in everything. Just it took me like kind of let's say a couple of weeks to complete my application and just to work on it and write it and review it and everything.
Okay. So I think it's always great that we can start early and we be like proactive. So if
Yeah.
we like
Because sometimes there's some ideas just come up and just you add it. Like if you just do it in one day, you just have this kind of flow of ideas. But when you give it some time, just sometimes ideas pop up in your mind and just you write it in your application, just to give it some time, and you think about something new, just you add in your application. So I mean, it is good sometimes to have some time while writing it.
Yeah, it's so true that when you share like some ideas follow in your mind, because what I would say here to our friend is because when we do it like first time we do it, it's like consciously we do it, and if we spend another time to do it and subconsciously also, subconscious mind powerful because it's like working whole day and whole night. So it's sometimes we just maybe like going on the road and suddenly we think, oh yeah, I forget that one. It's a good point. So yeah, as you said, it's really important. We can be proactive and we can like have more idea about how to put it in the way that we can like express our best self, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Cheers. Thanks. So that is the application.
Yeah. My other advice, like during like the studies in the UK, to make the best use of your time, just do the things. Like you can study and you can have fun, you can socialize, you can visit other cities. Just it's all about time management. Just do not focus in one area and just forget about the other things, because it's just 1 year. It's just that 1 year, and it just flies fast. Because I feel like I've arrived here like only yesterday, but it's been like 3 months almost now. So time flies. Like you can find the first terms finished, then the second term, then doing the dissertation. So make the best use of your time here. Do everything. Visit other cities. Work hard on your assignments. Besides having some fun as well.
Okay, yeah. So that's what actually I put it like outside of the advisor here. We can have like about life, not about like studying, but we need to actually like develop own aspects of our life. And 1 year like so fast, as you said, I felt that's the same way. Like we only 3 months, and they're like, "What's this happen?" Oh yeah. So if we don't appreciate and we don't have time management, then we're gonna miss out a lot of things. Yeah. Thank you.
I agree.
Really important.
No problem.
Yeah. And what about the interview? Yeah. Let's share some advice about interview.
Interview.
Not the interview. Your interview last time.
Yeah, I'm okay with interviews. I enjoyed it actually. First of all, before the interview, get some sleep, get enough sleep, eat well, drink well, just go like you're like prepared. Do not be intimidated. Just interview people around you. Just be relaxed. Be yourself. First of all, just because stress will make you miss some ideas. It will make you forget something that you want to say, and you can go through your application, because if you are like doing you should have a look in your application what you wrote, because sometimes there is gap between the time you applied and the interview. So go back to your application, read it, go through it. What did you read? What did you write there? Because they may ask you about some points you wrote in your application actually. So be relaxed, be yourself. Just think about what you're gonna say quickly and just say it. This is basically my advice, and be prepared. Like you can have some ideas in your mind, because like you can know it will be something related to your application, to the same questions, to your experience, to your future plans. So you just get prepared before it, and just be relaxed and be yourself. Don't be afraid, because stress will make you so much missing so many points during the interview.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I really like the point you share about like we need to make sure that what we share in our application, what we wrote, is like what we share in the interview. And then we have the gap time between the interview and the application. So it's a very good point to go and make sure that what we wrote and to make sure that they know that this is our work.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's so true. I remember it's also in my case that I kind of like felt that I was clear about what was the step that I really want to do when I was in the interview. It was clear when I was in the interview. So it's nice, as you said, make sure that we knew that why we wrote before. Yeah, great.
Yes.
So, oh, the next one. Thank you. How to stand out. Yeah. And I love the one you share, like you need to be relaxed, yeah, because when we're relaxed we're gonna be our best self, and yeah, we need to be ourselves, yeah.
Exactly. Be honest. Just be honest.
Because sometimes maybe you think that we wrote and people probably like may not realize 100% about ourselves, but when they meet us they know, because face to face always.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So we need to be our best self and be honest. So how to stand out among several candidates here? And advice.
How to, again, please?
How to stand out among all the like competitive candidates? So many candidates, right?
I mean, just first of all, believe in yourself. Be confident. Like, even there's a big number of candidates, do not underestimate about yourself, because you arrived this point of being interviewed, being shortlisted. That's mean you are one of the best applicants that applied. So first of all, be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, be confident that you arrived this point. To be honest, forget about how many competitors you have. Just think about yourself, that I want to do good. I want to do the best that I can do. I want to be prepared. I'll be relaxed, I'll be confident and be there. So somehow this is my way. Sometimes I like disconnect myself about how many competitors, is it competitive? No, I just made it this way. I made it to this point. So I'm proud of myself, and I'll be there in the interview. Just like be honest and be myself, and that's it.
Yeah, great. So we all the story we're gonna come back like with the story of being ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves and the way we are, because that's the way make us be unique. This the only thing that we have that nobody have is ourself, our best self, and our perspective about everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Great. What else? What do you think? There's something that you like after you send the application, you say, wow, yeah, there's something I'm missing, or what would be something that you think that you can like do differently, and
in the application,
or in anything that you think that for yourself. So maybe probably you can share, and our friend can have some kind of more.
No, not really. I took my time to write my application, so I believe that all what I wrote was convincing that I'm a Chevener now. So probably not. I'll just everything was I did it. I will do it the same way. Just my advice again, just to think about your choices of university carefully, because whenever it is there in the application you cannot change it. So do not add any kind of random choices. Just have that these three choices will be the only one that you will have if you will make it to the interviews part or to the selection part. So be careful when you choose your choices, that you're convinced with they match with your future plans, they match with your like kind of perspective. So make sure that to select them carefully, and that's everything.
Oh yeah, thank you. You know what? I don't know. Can you like see me? I could not see you anymore.
Oh no, I cannot see you actually. Sorry, it just the picture is like frozen.
Oh, I don't know what happened with my Skype. I anymore. But I still can hear you. That is weird.
Yeah, I can hear you as well, but I cannot see you as well.
Yeah, when we were talking, then suddenly it's just a sign out, and I still can hear you, but I could not even see you. And now it's like not signing, and so it's crazy. But it happened like at the last minute, so you share almost something like important thing, and we had that point.
That's alright.
Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you a lot for your sharing today, Rasha.
You're most welcome.
I'm gonna have some takeaway for our friends. So yeah, if you are here with us in our interview, some takeaway for you that I took, and you can have more. So it's about the future plan. It's really important to have clear future plan, and Rasha shared, and she shared with us how can you have it. You can just refer from your experience and your passion, and think about you gonna learn more, and you always can learn more every day and learn from the best education system, and then you make contribution back to your country. And another next big idea I like about how can you convince people about your leadership skill. Leader is about we develop to be a leader by just express what we want to do, and we know what we do, and we do what we do. We focus, determine, and take action. And networking also share from the previous experience and the desire of building our network in the future. And the universities also can refer based on the major and from recommendation, and also about the application. Just prepare in advance and be honest with yourself. Be honest, be relaxed in the interview, and also make just be ourselves, right? Yeah, let's express what we want to do in life. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm listening.
There?
Yeah, I'm listening. I cannot see you, but I can listen. I can hear you.
I will try to summarize some ideas so our friends can take action upon it. And I really believe that all the sharing of our Cheveners come to a point that you just need to really be your best self, and just think about what you truly want and your passion and the contribution you can make. Oh, thank you. And do you have any other advice? Yeah?
No, okay, thank you.
So how is tonight? What is the plan for tonight?
I'll work on my assignment.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, so I have another takeaway for you, my friends. Time management. Rasha, she just emphasize on it, and I love that one. It's all about time management, right? It's not about how many assignments and how many tasks, but it's about time management to have really balance in life. Yeah. So you're going to do assignment. What about tomorrow and Christmas? What are you going to do?
Well, in Christmas I'll have a gathering with my friends. We'll go to other friends' house and having dinner. We'll eat turkey and we'll enjoy our night.
You're gonna eat turkey. So can you share about how you celebrate Christmas in your country? Do you also do turkey?
Usually, myself, I don't usually celebrate Christmas, but in my country there's a lot of celebration because of Bethlehem. Is just the place that Jesus was born in, so it's a big celebration there. And Jerusalem, also Nazareth, it's just big celebrations, and so many Christians coming from all over the world to pray and the church, Nativity Church and Bethlehem. So it's a quite big celebrations back home in Palestine for the Christmas.
Oh, wow. So it's also big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you sometimes spend time? Are you going to go to your friends, local friend or the friend from your country?
No, here? No, just from different countries,
right.
Pakistani friend and from Yemen and from other kind of countries. So different countries. I'm
That is
there
the
out for 6 days.
beauty of the diversity of the network again, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. They are
Yeah.
like my friends and my classmates as well.
Okay, so what about New Year? Any other plans for New Year? And
Not yet, but probably I'll have some plans. I'll just check with my friends what they are up to, and then we can arrange something.
okay, so have you ever thought about coming here, Bristol?
Yeah, that would be great. I was thinking about London, but Bristol maybe also will be good
Yeah.
idea.
You heard about Bath? Like everyone went to Bath, but nobody came to Bristol.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it will be in my plans for the places I want to visit.
Yeah. So put it in your plan and give me a
I will.
shout.
I will.
And I don't take more time for you from today, but then in the future, if you have time and if I have like more questions, if some friends really want to ask, I hope you're gonna be okay to share with us more. Yeah.
You're most welcome, of course.
Thank you so much for your kindness, and I hope to see you in Bristol. Or maybe I'm going there. I'm gonna give you a shout.
Okay, no problems. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And I hope you have Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Wonderful
You
time.
too.
Yeah.
You too. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And all the best with all the things that you're doing and your study, everything. Yeah.
You
Also
too. The
send
same
my
for you.
wishes to your family also.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's kind
Oh,
of
do
you.
you
Thank you.
talk to your family sometimes?
On daily basis, not sometime.
Uh,
I'm so attached to my parents, so I'll just talk to them every single day.
oh, lovely. I think that is great because you can keep the momentum and
Actually, yeah, it's just one. Also, can be advice to not feel homesick. Just keep contacting your family and friends back home.
okay, yeah. So it's like they just like to adapt with the new place and to reconnect with your network
Yes,
and
sure.
time management. Yeah, a lot of advice for real life also. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And I hope
Thank
to see
you.
you. And
Yeah,
sorry
me too,
for
thank
the sky. I could not see you now, and you could not see me. Can you see me?
No, no, but
Yeah.
it's alright.
I'm gonna fix my laptop. So I see you
No problem.
around.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye bye.
Bye bye.